We're live.
Oh yeah, you missed it.
Well, goodbye, everybody. That's all you.
Well, fuck you.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about any of these topics. Actually,
All right.
if we can just talk about the movie when we get to it. These topics suck. So
hold on.
This is what you're going to get when you give me the responsibility to come up with topics. It's going to be bad topics.
Will you give me the beer that you're drinking and what is good, pros and cons? Give me the ups and downs.
This beer right here, the Voodoo Ranger.
I don't know if we're allowed to show labels and shit, but yeah, whatever you're drinking.
Why would I not be allowed to say I'm drinking this? Have you ever had the...
If you said anything horrible about it is what I mean. If you said something horrible, they could get upset.
Why would I be drinking if it was something horrible?
Because you're a...
Did you ever have the shock top, the habanero pepper shock top with the strawberry? Yeah. It's kind of like that, but it's pumpkin. So it's got a little spice on the back end of it. It's good. It's pretty good.
Could you drink a lot of them, or is it you got to take a break?
Take a break. I'm going between that one and the Ballast Point Dead Ringer Oktoberfest.
So I'm doing the Devil's Backbone O Fest.
Oh.
It's a lager, so it's not much different from their Vienna lager.
Lager damn near killed her.
Right. Add the crickets right there.
Cute crickets.
So, all right. So the beers are out of the way. So what I was thinking of, if we're going to review this movie, we have to give everybody enough time to realize that we're going to spoil this movie. So what is the movie?
The movie's Upgrade. Came out in 2018. That's this year.
Let's go with the IMDb. And what is it?
It came out June 1st. Started streaming August 28th. So that was a couple weeks ago.
1 second.
I got the IMDb up.
All right.
Reviews?
No reviews. What we're doing first, we're giving the whole synopsis. This is what the movie from the website. So let me do that part. So let's do casting. Is the main character? His name is Gray Trace. It's played by Logan Marshall Green. If you don't know who he is, he was in Prometheus. He was the lead in Prometheus I'll go ahead and spoil that too. He got poisoned first. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming as the original Shocker. He was the white Shocker before he got dissolved by the bad guy, and then the black guy took the Shocker.
I don't remember any of that, and I bought that movie. He did not look familiar to me at all when I watched it. So I believe you, but
he's in the Snowden movie. He's in Black Dog.
Is that the one with Randy Travis? Is it truck driver?
Yeah.
Holy crap. There's no way. That was an old movie.
No, it's not that movie.
Oh, okay.
The Stephen King movie. Anyway, so he is in the movie, and then the other lead is who would you say?
Who was the voice? Who was the voice of STEM?
STEM? Hold on.
Yeah. I liked his voice. It was really nice.
Until the end. When it went
I liked it.
Simon Maiden. And let me see what Simon's done. Simon is an Australian actor. He was born in Victoria. Not only has he done the voice for the Upgrade movie, but he's also done like other movies. Like Jack Irish. What? Guy Pearce. You remember Guy Pearce when he was like people actually liked him? Women were like, he's sexy, until his like face kept shrinking, but his head's the same size.
I love on the IMDb page. He's almost towards the bottom of characters. He was the main character.
Yeah.
Just because he's a talking part, it's jacked up.
I wanted to know who that little blonde boy was.
That weirdo? Yeah.
Dude, if your IMDb profile pic, the dude who played Fisk, the bad guy,
that dude looked weird.
But he looks weird in real life. Like, that's his face.
I believe it, yeah. Benedict Hardy.
Dude, this dude's super scary. Oh, dude, he was in Hacksaw Ridge. That was a good movie.
Huh, yeah.
You see Hacksaw Ridge?
Yeah, that was a good one.
I love that.
Sad.
I had my pants down the whole time. Okay,
right,
so
what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna start it that way.
Hold on, real quick. I will give the synopsis of the movie, and then you start with your Ravu. All right, 1 second. We are getting to upgrade. Ladies and gentlemen, set in the near future, technology controls nearly all aspects of life. But when Gray, a self-identified technophobe, has his world turned upside down, his only hope for revenge is experimental computer chip implanted called STEM. All right, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the synopsis of the movie.
Yeah, it got a 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. It has a 67 out of 100 on Metascore.
By Rotten Tomatoes. Let me check Rotten. I don't have it up.
You 87%,
87% fresh on Rotten. 86% audience score. That's pretty good.
That's bad.
What, 86 and 87?
Good. I mean, good as the good bad, not bad bad.
All right, so I kind of took notes while I was watching the movie.
Yeah, because you're a dork.
So the very first scenes, I hate this, and it's in every movie you start when they're trying to quickly, and you can see it coming a mile away, when they're quickly trying to. Are you making faces in the camera?
No, I am enjoying this. I'm listening.
All right. So when they're trying to rapidly build storyline, the woman and the guy, to show that they're in love, they're over the top, like lovey-dovey. They're like, "Oh yeah, we've been married for years," but they're like been dating for a month. That's how they're acting between each other.
All right, real quick.
Yeah,
that didn't bother me as much as they made it obvious that they are polar opposites.
Right. Yeah.
He is
blatantly from the beginning.
All into tech, and she's really smart, and
he's a big dumb.
I work with my hands. I got a wrench.
Yeah. I'm a big dummy, and she's super smart because, of course, she is. Yeah.
But
then, so
what did I tell you?
What?
Bert.
What?
Bert shows up at the beginning of that movie.
Oh yeah. Firebird or whatever. Thunderbird.
The Trans Am.
Whatever it was. Yeah. So that was the first thing right off the bat. I was like, "Oh, she's gonna die." Like I knew it immediately. I was like, "They're way rushing that this is gonna happen."
Yeah.
I was like, "She's dead." So then, the whole 30 minutes of it,
completely obvious that she was gonna bite. Oh God. So
it was. So I started counting, like, and I was looking when I paused. I was like, "So this is 30." The first 30 minutes of the movie was doing nothing but bad plot building and rapid plot building. That's all they were doing. So they immediately show you the bad guy right out the gate. They're like, "Here's the bad guy who kills his wife and does all." I'm like, so he's not. Those guys are really not the bad guy, obviously.
What did we say earlier today when we were talking on the phone? This movie, instead of being fit into an hour and a half,
right,
should have been like a 7-part to 10-part miniseries.
Yeah.
Like, take your time with each character. Like that detective, you met her, weirded out, trust. Like, what was I supposed to feel for her?
You're supposed to immediately believe she's a super detective right off the bat. I'm just like, oh, she just must be great at her job.
I mean, I recognize her from some show that I can't really remember her from.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, is she in Walking Dead?
I think so.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think she was the...
I don't know. I feel like it's the exact same storyline. It's just been rehashed over and over and over again. So they kill her. They kill her off. Like, here's the bad guys, everybody. I'm like, well, I know now that that's not the bad guys, obviously. My first conception of who the bad guy is was the creepy blonde dude that you randomly introduced him to for no reason whatsoever, had nothing to do with the storyline. Here, let's go down in his super lair because he's a super rich.
Real quick.
Because he wants to buy one of your old cars. I'm like,
but real quick, right?
What?
Real quick.
Yeah.
So when they get to that scene, you have no idea what the fuck she does for a living. Even when she's on that little conference call in her car, before this whole scene happens, you have no fucking clue what that conference call was about. They didn't mention the company, like what it does or anything. And in a 3-minute scene, she tries to explain what company she works for, what the company does, how important that is to the plot of the entire fucking movie.
Right.
And then he does this. She's doing this. She's like, blah, 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 and the blonde guy goes, no.
Yeah. No.
We're so important to the fixing paraplegic. No.
Yeah. It's like, and he didn't even talk about why he wanted an
It's
old
a
car.
cloud.
Yeah, he's sitting there playing with the cloud. Like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? It's the future, you guys. Yeah, you already established that with the very first scene when she's pulling up in the crazy-looking, ugly-ass car. You're obviously establishing that the new days suck compared to the old days with the old nostalgic cars.
It's a fucking cloud. How do you
cloud has nothing to do with anything? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so then it goes to the next scene. Obviously, they kill him off. You're like, oh, these random people come out of nowhere and kill him off. Obviously, the blonde guy has something to do with it with the rival company. You automatically know that. That's what's going to lead you down.
But they should have. That's why if it was a show, they could have built up how the companies were rivals.
Yeah.
All you knew were two names of two companies. No idea of any past.
You could have built up the blonde kid, made you think that he was something to do with it, showed his background of how he really loves mechanical cars, even though he's a super genius. So that made no sense why he was even into those old cars. They never explained that to you. So they kill her off.
It showed that maybe he was like a collector of things.
Right. Something. But they didn't explain that.
But because he doesn't leave the house or something. Like he does say that later in the movie, so that would have led to it. I was even thinking that they could have just had, like they do like on The Walking Dead or those shows, where they have an episode that doesn't even have the main character in it. And it's just all the supporting people, and you get to learn their stories more. I mean, nobody loves that episode, but it would have helped.
After they kill her off in the very sad scene where they shoot her in the stomach and he's sitting there paralyzed, you're just like, wait, why is he paralyzed? Why is he sitting there paralyzed? What? He got shot in the back of the neck?
The thump, yeah.
Yeah, they don't really show that, but you're supposed to know.
You hear it. Yeah.
So then you go through him being a quadriplegic for another 30 minutes. Is that how long that lasted? You're like, oh, he's very upset about it, obviously. He's very upset about being a
nighttime dose. No,
wait, I've got all these. I got quotes written down. I got my favorite quotes written down. Let me review and you review, okay? All right. So then he goes and gets his stupid surgery, right? Of course, the blonde kid shows up and tells him, hey, you need to get a surgery, dude. I can help you. Of course you can, because you're a bad guy.
I thought that was the dude from Spider-Man or something, like Franco or something. Like, that's James how Franco. Over the top the acting was. Yeah. It was horrible.
So here's what part I don't understand. Remember, so they take him back to where he's face down. He's getting slit open. Why was he in a jungle gym? What was the gold jungle gym with the triangles? Why was the surgery being done in there? Because that's where they did their surgery.
Why was every other part of the jungle gym a radar screen, and then there was open screens, and then radar screen, and then open screen?
We'll show you this. Hold on. I drew a picture of it right here. These are my notes. Look at this. What the hell is this?
It did.
What is that?
It looked like that thing they made illegal in the 80s that used to be at every school.
Yeah, but it was filled in with gold. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of. I was like, what? Why are they doing the surgery in there?
But what was weird to me was, why wouldn't the whole thing be an X-ray or half of it? Why is it every other panel? Why would that help? And why? It's above him. How is that?
So
why is anybody looking up for an X-ray?
So then they cut to, they're doing the surgery, cutting his back on because they're gonna put this little ugly chip. They could have put any kind of money into this chip and made it look cooler.
No effort.
It was like a piece of steel. It had no.
It was a chewed up Mike and Ike.
Right. You could at least put like a Mike and Ike in him. At least it'd be a little something like that. Looked like a staple.
Dude,
it looked like you took a big pack of staples and broke them into like an inch, and they're like, all right, here's how they
wrote this movie. Here's how they wrote this movie. Some dude broke an old phone, and he took the big ass chip out of that phone, and he's like, "STEM." Like he makes the movie.
Yeah.
I know what this could be, guys. It makes Go ahead. It was horrible.
So the first cool part of the movie is when the doctor's eye turns robotic. I was like, oh shit, okay. Her eyes, she's sitting there doing it's like starts going. Yeah. Oh, what the hell's going on here? So that was cool. And then so he finally gets back home after his surgery. And the cool thing. Do you remember when it cuts to him standing up for the first time and he's walking in the doorway and it's like a third person video game over the shoulder? It's like a weird
the wiggle camera.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that looks like a third-person video game right there. That's awesome. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I was gonna say the cinematography in this movie was great.
Yeah. They did it twice because they did it. What's that?
Good.
Yeah, they did it once from the front view, once from the back view, and I was like, oh, that's awesome looking.
But it must be something that just identifies the wiggle of the person.
Yeah,
because I don't think you actually move the camera.
I wonder if it's like done with one of those drones that follows the sensor. Like he holds the sensor and the drones follow.
So the optics of the camera follow probably something he's wearing or him as the focus. So it just, the whole camera is not moving, just the optic. Yeah.
I thought he did a really cool job of walking like a cyborg was controlling his body or something. I was like, oh, it's pretty good, man.
He RoboCopped it up.
One of the coolest thing though, as soon as he's sitting there and he's starting to drink, he's sitting there drinking. He's like sitting there, and the guy's like, "Hello." Be like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "What the hell? What the hell's that?" I love that scene because he's like, "What? What the hell? Am I going crazy?" And he's completely overacting. I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
He's looking. Yeah. You're like, why would you think you're going crazy? I don't know why. Why would that be your first thought?
Especially when everything in your house talks.
Yeah, everything. The first thing that comes in is
like, coffee table talk.
Where's your dead wife, Dave? You're like, shut the fuck up. Everything's talking to you, and now you're pissed off that this thing's talking in your head.
I mean, I guarantee the toilet's like, one more wipe, Dave.
I was trying to find a quote I saw. Oh yeah, so he's sitting there drinking, and the thing tells him, what's his name? STEM. Yeah, STEM. He goes. It does not make sense that humans deliberately malfunction. When you sit there drinking,
he goes because he said when I take over, we might stumble or something like that, and then right after that, he says that line. Yeah. Because the alcohol would make me stumble.
Yeah. It's like, why do you drink? Because we have to fucking actually think about horrible shit. We're not a dumb robot or something. He says something like that. I'm not a dumb robot. I have to actually think about horrible shit.
Dude, that whole thing about zooming in and all this other stuff, all the things that he does, being able to store everything that you're seeing through your eyes on that little fucking thing was amazing. I was sitting there going, because here's the thing, I would say when we were first in the Navy, a terabyte would take up about the same amount of space as your desk of just hard drives.
Yeah. And
now a terabyte fits on a thumb drive. Like they have 3 terabyte thumb drives.
Well, they're smaller than that in your phone, aren't they? The whatever's in your phone?
Yeah, but those are gigs, not terabytes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So, like, they're eventually going to, I mean, this is supposed to be, 20-some years in the future or something like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, though, that stuff eventually is going to get to a point where everything's so interconnected. Nothing's going to be stored locally anyway. It's going to be uploaded to a cloud storage somewhere anyway. You don't have to keep anything locally.
You're still going to need caching, though. And
that's the thing. But not local hard memory.
No. But here's the thing, right? As programs have gotten better, how much faster does the processor have to be, and how much local cache do you have to have? It just goes up.
Yeah.
So as the Moore's law, it's also just like bringing along all the rest of the hardware with it. Like we'll make the chips faster and faster every year, but to operate that, you're going to need more and more power.
So all I could think during that scene when it started, I go, dude, I would pay a shitload of money right now just to have some robot talking in my head. I would love it. He's just commenting on everything I say like a smartass. I would love that. That sounds fun to me.
Or
I'm also very lonely though.
Or help. Yes, I get it. I feel the same way. So here was my thought. I've never named the voice in my head. Why do I?
There's two. There's two. Which one are you talking about?
Why do I think the voice in my head is me?
Was that in a movie? I feel like it was a movie.
I don't know.
I'm
just thinking. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes
there's two of you though. There's the child brain and then there's the grown-up brain.
Oh God.
Hey man, you brought it up, dude. I was talking about a movie review and you started going off about naming your brain.
So where are we at in your review? Are we to the murdering yet?
No, not yet, because you keep interrupting me. All right, so he goes to the downtown part, right? Or he goes to the
You're so mad. You're such a bitch.
He goes to the house, right? The very first house in his wheelchair. So immediately he gets out of his wheelchair. Here's a huge plot. A plot hole. I don't understand this. He gets out of his wheelchair to go in the house, stands up and gets up and walks, goes, "Luck chair." I'm like, wait, what? One, I'm like, is he? It's kind of racist, isn't it? Like he just assumes somebody's gonna steal his fucking wheelchair. And then two, why does his wheelchair have a locking device? Like, is he gonna stand up other times? He's a quadriplegic. He's not supposed to be standing up. The only time he would not be in his wheelchair is at his house next to his bed or the shitter or showering. Who's stealing his wheelchair in those situations? Why is there a lock chair mechanism?
The only reason you would have the lock chair that I can think of is if you were going to ride on like a ferry.
But that's a lock wheel, not lock down the chair. Like
no. Lock it down.
Like he's like he's like a security thing. Lock chair.
That's what I mean. You get on the subway, you're like lock chair, and then nobody touches you. Like as soon as they touch you, it's like boo.
Yeah. Or electrocutes them, something.
Oh, y'all is my blood.
All right. So the very first scene, which I already knew was going to come because the stupid trailers always ruin it, was that next scene where he's fighting that guy. What I did know was going to come was the very
trailers. I didn't watch any trailers.
See, I saw that fight, so I knew he was going to act like that and be like, "No, don't do this," while he's fighting, which is cool. I actually like that a lot. But when that knife scene, when he takes the knife across his face and just boots him into it, I'm like, "Oh my God, dude!"
I said it right.
I was like, "Holy shit, no way!" I was like, "God damn, that's brutal." All I can think of is let's put a smile on that face. That's all I can think of because he's like, yeah.
Okay, so real quick, that was fantastic, right? But then I had a problem with the next scene with the police, and the lady sees him in the chair going towards the house.
Right. Yeah.
Why doesn't she see the video of him standing up and walking in the house?
Well, because if you watch closely, he waited that drone passed over. So the drone technically should have seen him sitting outside of it.
When they show the map,
yeah,
and it shows all the drones going everywhere. Everywhere's covered.
Yeah.
There would have been another drone.
He waited for one to go by, so that's how they covered that hole.
But that's what I mean. That hole was that to wait for one when they show the map, there's 80 fucking drones in the air.
Yeah.
He would have been caught at an angle anyway, crossing the street.
Yeah. Like the one of the crime scene where the robot or STEM helped him identify, which they never explained that either. They're like, "Here, I can see a logo on his arm. Let me draw it for you."
You know why? No, that's explained at the end.
What do you mean?
We'll wait till we get to the end and I'll tell you.
I don't really have any other thing to talk. The only thing I got on here is I like the ending. Like everything else, I was like, okay, this is going to go back and forth, back and forth. And the ending, I was like, oh, holy shit. Okay, I did not see the ending coming, which I did like because I was kind of like, yeah, I should have. I was kind of like, the blonde kid's not that great.
Did you ever see Repo Men?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh. Well, I mean the ending where the bad guy won. I was kind of like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Repo Men's the same way.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
So the reason I knew, so that Dick Stem introduces that memory into his head.
Yeah, he did it earlier in the movie too.
Remember, they're in the car.
Yeah.
Right. And then he goes, "Oh, just a dream or whatever." And Stem's like, "That was not a dream." So he's giving him hints. That's something that if it was a show, they would have done more of those.
Well,
he would have made him.
He would have made him the question. The guy said that wasn't a dream.
I know. Listen, it would have made him question if his life with Stem was real or not.
Yeah.
Instead of just having one of those cutscenes, they could have had several.
Multiple times it's happening, and he's out for periods of time, doesn't know what happened, stuff like that.
That would have been a 10-part series. People would have been bonkers.
It would have been a great Netflix show, man. Like Altered Carbon or one of those shows have been really good.
Yeah, those are fantastic.
I love Altered Carbon.
Because they would make shitty movies.
Yeah.
Because there's too much to spell out.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody. I even thought about this when it came to some of these shittier Marvel movies or DC, any of them. Why do they have to always go to the theater? Why wouldn't you do like one of the Captain Americas, instead of it being released in the theaters, have it be a 10-part series on NBC or something? Like, it would be the highest rated thing.
They probably just make way more money, I assume. Right, I guess they don't make the advertising. It has to be money. Like, they have to make more money.
I understand.
It has to be it.
It would be like, how can I put it? Like, people were already pretty into the whole Marvel MCU universe thingamabobber. But imagine if they threw you a bone every once in a while. Like, where you didn't have to go spend all that money and do everything. Like, it would bump people back up, I think.
So, here's what I had a problem with.
It's like nobody wanted to go see Doctor Strange, or the last Ant-Man didn't do great. It did all right.
I didn't see it.
So they should have made that. And Paul Rudd wouldn't have minded. I mean, he's the most vanilla man ever. So
yeah, I'd cuddle with him though.
If Paul Rudd wanted to hang out, I would never say no.
Right. He's he's like a cool dude. Yeah. He's probably really a dick, probably in real life though.
I'd probably like that Paul Rudd too. I would
they should make a movie of Dick Paul Rudd. Well, I guess they did in what was that one? Role Models. He's kind of a dick in that one until the end. Yeah.
Like every time somebody would come up, he would smile with them and take a picture, and as soon as they leave, he'd be like, "She smelled like cabbage." Or
So one thing I did not like is the basic, and I guess they kind of had to do it to cover what they were going to do at the very end with the twist, is they didn't do the basic story building of what they should have done. Was that he should have at one point started fighting. He kind of did it a little bit, fighting back against Stem. Like, no.
Yeah. He only did it at the very end, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only time he'd ever done it. He should have done it earlier, and he'd have been like,
that's because at that point earlier, he was trusting and scared. And then towards the end, they were trying to show that he was being brave and fighting. And it was like, dude, you shrunk the ending in here.
You shrunk the whole story down. I mean, it was fine. I guess the ending was fine because I didn't see it coming. I really didn't see it coming, him shooting the cop. I was kind of like, yes, kill that cop. I like Stem. Because I like Stem more than I like the main character or anybody. I liked him. I didn't like the main character. It wasn't likable.
Stem, the main character wasn't great, but Stem wasn't who you were liking. You were liking the British voice or whatever, the nice calming voice. It's at the end when he starts shouting. That's the real Stem. He was faking the whole Iron Man.
Yeah. No, I got it. I was just like, I liked that. I like that whole part because I'm like,
I don't think you would have liked it if the whole movie he was the screaming voice guy.
well, why would an AI be screaming in the first place? He shouldn't have emotions either way. Doesn't make any sense. Just saying.
But why would he pick a certain voice over another one so he wouldn't have emotions? He wouldn't pick.
Well, that would have been programmed in.
His voice just happens to come through and be scratchy demon voices with like.
So did you
steal your soul?
Did you notice that at the very end when he's walking out after he shot the cop, what he did? It was a callback to the first of the movie.
He licked his fingers.
He licked his fingers. He licked the blood off his fingers.
Yeah.
Which he did when he got cut by the car.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what that meant. I was like, it's a callback to the first movie, but
I didn't
mean anything.
I took it as two things. I took it as a callback, and I also took it as Stem's never tasted anything.
Yeah, because he kind of smiled.
Because remember, he said right then, he goes, I needed you so I could be human.
Right, because I can overtake your whole body because you don't have control of your body, so I can.
So that was Stem's first time tasting anything, was his own blood.
Yeah.
Which was also a memory dickhead had.
Yeah. It's true. All right, so you want to hear my quotes, my funniest quotes through the movie I wrote them?
Oh.
It's only like 4 or 5 of them. 4 or 5.
Oh, really?
All right, so at the very first of the movie, the main guy goes, that got caught. Very first of the movie, he goes, Kent lives on Want Street, lady.
Oh, yeah, when he's on the table?
Yeah, Kent lives on Want Street, lady. I was like, what? That's the corniest shit. Kent lives on Want Street, lady.
Why is he so adamant about showing off who he's delivering a car to? Like, be a fucking man.
And then the other one is what you said earlier. Problem, administrator PM medicine. Problem, administer PM medicine. He just keeps saying it. He's trying to kill himself.
And it's like
the thing's like, all right, no, I can't give you any more. You'll kill yourself. Like, now he starts drooling.
It's like, I can't give you any more. You will die. Calling 911.
Like, no, you fucking asshole. Problem, administer PM medicine.
That was so good, dude.
Oh, God.
You know what I thought about during that scene? Everyone who is like that, who has that kind of problem, is sitting there going, oh, cool. Like they would relate. If that was, if that was a series, he could have been that depressed dude for like 3 episodes in a row.
Yeah, and his friends come over. He had no friends. There's no friends. That's what they're missing, dude, was a sidekick.
Yeah.
A funny sidekick. His sidekick in this was
the
Stem.
Sidekick who Stem would kill.
Yeah. And that would be,
that's when he would start fighting back.
And then he has to
But he doesn't fight back hard enough, and it kills his friend. Yeah. And then he saves the cop. But that'd be a good feeling ending.
No, he paralyzes his best friend, and then he implants himself into the best friend. He has to kill his best friend.
Yeah, by a butt fucking.
All right, here's another one. It goes, I'm not looking to restart my life. I'm looking for the off switch.
He shoots him.
Oh, that's right. That's where it's implanted. It's up the butt.
Do you still want it?
And it changed the names to Plug instead of Stem.
I promise it'll start talking to you after I put it up your butt.
Trust me, man. Trust me. It's got cool skills.
Why does that just feel like your dick?
Is that your dick? That's Stem, man. Also, it's my dick.
I got the word Stem tattooed on it.
That's my dick. All right. Let's go. All right. So the next one, he's I think he's in the hospital at this scene. The blonde kid comes in, and he goes. The main character goes, "I'm not looking to restart my life. I'm looking for the off switch."
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like, I like that.
He also does this one. Hold on, real quick. Make sure the camera's on me when he does it. He goes, "I'm looking for the off switch."
It did
a dramatic turn.
It did a choppy pan when you did that in slow motion. That was perfect. Yeah, it's like, I'm so depressed, you guys. I'm looking for the off switch blonde guy. Yeah. All right, what else?
Do you do happy endings or?
All right, so I already did the one about the deliberately malfunctioning part. So the last one I got was, you thought I was an invalid, but you didn't know I was a fucking ninja. Where he takes out the black guy in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's on top of him and doing the weird thing. He's like this, sitting over him with the triangle fingers.
Yeah.
Like, what's he doing?
Listen, this is where, again, if it was a show, the bad guy that's also like androidish, the guy Fisk, has so many weapons. He sneezes and murders a man.
He has more cool weapons than STEM. It makes no sense.
So he should have been episodes of him just murdering people.
Yeah, he should have been the villain. Like a huge buildup of him being the villain, but he's really not the villain at the end.
Yeah, you end up defeating him to turn around to get to who the real villain is. But, dude, they really crammed him at the end of the movie.
Well, also, it was the basic bullshit 80s bad guy movie thing where you slowly, and it's like video games too, you face the low tier bad guys and you slowly go up to harder bad guys.
It was double
here's the big bad guy. And they never tell you why he has more machinery than the rest of them.
It was the big scroller. It was side scroller Ninja Turtle.
It's like, why does he have all the cool stuff? Why is he why is he better? Why? And remember the one point he's like, I can't punch. He knows exactly what I'm going to do. Why does he know exactly what you're going to do? Is he reading your? Can he?
Because he has a processor that's processing the same thing.
But they never tell you. They never tell you any of that. It's like, oh, he's a really bad guy.
Why can he sneeze? Blade
killers. Yeah, he sneezes nanotechnology that cuts your insides out. I'm like, wait, what?
How come the guy, hold on real quick, the guy that was going to stand in front of Fisk and take a bullet before Fisk sneezed, why wouldn't that dude be able to do what Fisk is doing?
Right, they're all built the same way.
Why does Native American end up getting his head blown off?
Give me permission to take over.
Why does
snaps his arm, blows his head off immediately. I'm like, wait, why didn't he do it with the other guy? Nope, can't.
Why does tiny Aquaman get his head blown off?
And he has super strength, super speed, but they never tell you why. It'd be like, okay, is he like the T-1000 model? Is that why he's so? And then, STEM's just a little bit better.
Agent Smith.
Yeah. But they never explain it, which would be, be another reason why. So that also, when he did that sneeze thing, it kind of called me back to the hospital where he's wearing the mask, the blonde guy. I was like, is that why he's wearing the mask? Because he doesn't want to get killed by the little sneeze particles by a android?
The sneeze Grim Reapers?
Yeah. Fucking, yeah. Can you imagine those things in your system?
And they didn't even show what it did when it went inside that dude.
Yeah, I'm like, so they're molecule size. That can't do too much damage unless there's billions.
It's going to take a minute.
Little tiny cuts, little bitty cuts, little bitty cuts that'll bleed a little bit.
It's like if I was murdering you with a cocktail sword, like little tiny ones you put the olives on.
No, with a staple that you straightened out.
It's just a million stabs across your belly.
It's so annoying. What are you doing? That's all it'd be. Like acupuncture. It's like, why? This doesn't do anything.
If I got arrested for doing that, they would just put me in a loony bin. There would be no trial. They're like a million stab wounds on his victim with a cocktail straw.
And how does he have that level of military firepower? But the big one they make a big deal about is the gun rifle that you have to manually load bullets into that moves his arm around. You're just like, oh, that looks weird. And then he's got to cock it like this.
You know why? I guarantee this was a graphic novel, right?
That's probably a good point. Yeah.
So they wanted all the images of boom.
I was like, that's so dumb. And they never used them. The only time they really got used was to kill the girlfriend, and then he used one to shoot his own guy's head off.
The elevator. The elevator.
Oh, yeah, the elevator. Who were those guys? They never explained what those were. Those androids too?
Those were Vessel guys trying to come save STEM.
Yeah, to get STEM back. But were they androids too? They never really said. They just blew their heads off every time.
They did. They think they're working for Blondie, but they're working for STEM. STEM wanted to be protected. Yeah. So I
don't know, man.
He's like, yo, where my boys at?
So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. That was my rating. Because it could have just been a longer movie, or it better if it was a series. I agree to that.
So again, longer movie would have been fine with me, or break it up into Maze Runner threesome or something. Like, do something with it.
Really, the only reason the movie was actually that, probably the reason I gave it a 3.5 was because of the over-the-top violent random acts. That's the only reason I did. Because they were unexpected. I was like, oh, shit. And it was, I didn't see it coming, but I should have after the first one. And they didn't go over the top with it. If they kept doing it over and over, it'd been like, okay.
Yeah, the violence was fantastic. And I appreciated how literal STEM was, though. When he was being the friendly kind of STEM, and he'd be like, get out of my head, and then STEM would just shut down.
Yeah.
He's just laying there like, why aren't you doing anything? Why can't I move?
Another reason, they never explained why STEM wanted him in the first place. Like, they wanted his physical appearance, his body type was something that he wanted.
I thought what they said was because he was the phobic of technology.
But what would that do? I don't understand.
No, because he didn't like technology. That was just the goal. Like, it's like getting a virgin.
Really? That's kind of a weak point, I guess. All right. That doesn't make sense.
For you would be like, what's your unicorn?
I mean, maybe if if you go into his brain doesn't understand, so it's easy to take over. I don't.
No, he just wanted the thing that didn't want him. It's like when you're outside the lady you call girlfriend's house, and you're just staring through her window and taking.
Well, maybe if it just said like, he saw that he was so deeply in love with his wife that he knew as he killed her, then he could easily manipulate his brain and take it over by giving her images. Something like that. That'd make sense.
Isn't that what Fisk said before the fight?
No, I don't remember that.
I thought that's what he said. He's like, yeah, I was supposed to paralyze you, and killing your wife was to drive you nuts.
Oh, well, maybe. I mean, they just didn't explain it that well. I mean, I got what. They didn't really explain
How drunk are you watching these movies?
It wasn't. I'm saying they didn't explain it that well of him taking over his brain. That part, like, he needed him to go crazy and drop offline. That way, he could do a little simulation of him and his wife together.
Yeah, he needed him to fight so hard. That's the part that didn't make sense to me. But what it makes sense in in your normal malware kind of thing is that he needed him to stroke out.
Well, he thought he killed himself because he put the gun up to his neck, and he thought he killed himself.
What I'm saying is, like, he needed the brain to fight so hard that he would seizure.
Yeah.
So it's like a reboot.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like once you reboot it, and I already have your admin passwords and everything, I'm in. I put my little bit of code in, and then it takes over. Once it reboots, you're no longer running Windows. Now you're running whatever OS I want, but you're in a little sandbox.
Right, yeah. You're in the what was that movie? The Dream Within a Dream Within a Dream? You don't know
Leonardo DiCaprio's?
Yeah. It's basically what he was in.
Obsidians? No. Oblivions?
Started with an I. Instagrams. Be awesome. Instagram straight flexing.
Surf Ninjas.
Yeah, that's it.
It's where they use the ugly girl.
Inception. Yeah,
girl in that movie,
and they say her name 1,000 times.
Yeah, she's not hideous. She's just at angles. It's like Jake Gyllenhaal's sister. You're like, whoa. Certain angles, you're like, oh, she's hot, and then other angles, you're like, that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Now, it's not like Jake Gyllenhaal in Prince of Persia, because come on now.
There you go. You see it?
Yeah, I like
Maul. No, Maul, don't do it, Maul.
She's gonna see Maul in there, and you're gonna freak out. And then Maul's on the thing, like, jump with me. We're gonna go see our kids again.
What's this? All right. It's weird.
That's Darth Maul.
That's funny. Darth Maul. So what did you give the movie, man? What rating?
So from the Sahara Desert to tsunami in the Philippines, I give it like a polar bear standing on an ice cube. Like, it was pretty good. That's like a 4 out of 5. It's a 4. It's a solid 4, because here's the thing. They messed up with how long they made the movie. It probably came down to budget or whatever, release dates, or maybe people argued towards the end, like studios argued or whatever. It needed more. But as far as entertaining, dude, the first time Stem takes over and he just like bounces straight up.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I was like, that's the best Undertaker moment ever. Like, could you imagine everyone's like, fuck this dude, he's just like home plate. You're just like, bro, just stand right up. Awesome. And I look forward to the day that like robots can take over my body and I don't hurt anymore.
Well, they left it open to an obvious sequel, though. I mean, him walking off, like, it seemed like there was going to be a sequel to it. And I'd assume they got this good of ratings. They're going to be greenlit for a second one.
Maybe, but you don't want it to be like the second one's like the that Escape movie with Sylvester Stallone and Schwarzenegger when they escaped the prison. Did you see the first?
Oh, I saw the first one was really good. The second ones were bad.
The second one is so bad because it wasn't made by the same studios. It got picked up by an Asian studio or something, and they literally whatever language they wrote it in, they just put it through Google Translate, and these people spoke it. It was so bad.
Did you read this? All Critics, what it says? It goes, like its augmented protagonist upgrades old-fashioned innards, get a high-tech boost. One made even more powerful thanks to sharp humor and a solidly well-told story.
Wow.
What does that mean? It's not that great of a review, man.
So check this out. Escape 2 got a 10% on the Tomatometer.
We should watch it.
It got 13% on the audience score. I did watch it. It's horrible. It's got Dave Bautista in it.
What does that matter? He's a big-time actor now.
Yeah, but all he says in the movie is, ugh. Like, he's worse than just saying Groot.
All right, man. So did you want to talk about Nicki Minaj at all?
Hold on. You were going to show me what you were talking about her. So before you do this, just understand.
Well, I cannot show. Did you get the link in the email? Because I can't bring it up on the thing. Because it actually shows some stuff. It's a Cosmopolitan website link.
Do you like her titty?
Dude, I've never paid any attention to her at all. I never knew anything about her.
You've never looked at Nicki Minaj ever?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Don't bring up the website. It shows
I have it
stuff.
up now.
Well, I mean, don't share it. If you scroll down to the mid-page,
look at that titty hanging out. I like it.
Play the video, and she's like, she covers it up real quick, Yeah. But then if you scroll even further down, she's got a little pasty on. I'm like, oh, those
Dude,
guys.
does she
That's
have
real
a penis?
What do you mean?
All right.
What do you mean?
Hold on. That is not right. That can't be right.
What are you looking at?
All right. Hold on. Let me scroll. Okay. This doesn't show any of the titties or anything. Let me share my screen.
Okay. Yeah, don't show any. I love hat hair. Look at this. Looks like I got the mange.
Is this a penis?
I don't know what that is, man.
Is that a ding dong?
I don't think so.
That a sack of nuts?
Is that a sack of roasted peanuts?
So her boobie is out right now. That's why I'm scrolled down to below the waist. But for some reason, her underwear bunches. And
Well,
I mean,
obviously she's not a dude, man.
Is this a pile of lips? I'm just joking. Yeah, I love you. How do I stop this? There we go.
You stop the screen share. Did you scroll down though the bottom of that page?
Yes, I've
never seen that. I was like, oh, that's
masturbated to her. So this is old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I was going to show is something about Nicki Minaj. Her shoe calls her a blank. Cardi B attacks Nicki Minaj.
I think they threw shoes at each other.
Yeah, Cardi B threw a shoe at her.
Why?
One, I don't know what a Cardi B is. I'm not sure.
Cardi B is from, I think she's from somewhere in New York, Brooklyn or Bronx or whatever. And she talk like this.
So
I don't know how she talks or not.
Go to so I sent a link. I added a link in there for the TMZ about that one. I want you to scroll down to a photo. It's the second photo on that page. And I want to know what's going on her eye.
Oh, she got hit in the head.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
So I was like,
she got thunder tapped.
But you read through the article though, it says like they didn't fight; they just argued.
There's a bunch of things going on, bro.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I don't follow this stuff normally, so I'm not good at the entertainment page at all. The EP is no good with me.
Cardi B eyebrows.
I'll be floss.
I'm Googling right now. Oh, that one's from too long ago. Cardi B left injured after trying to fight Nicki Minaj at New York Fashion Week. She got that eye swole up, yo.
That's a good looking mouse, man. That's like UFC style. You might get the fight stopped after that. It doesn't say that. But it doesn't say anything about anybody throwing a punch or fight. It says that they're talking trash. Oh, elbowed her in the cheek, and one of them elbowed her in the face.
Yeah, that's
a lump.
She got a bow, dude.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Bone Jones hitting her in the head.
Oh, so security elbowed her in the face. I'm surprised she's not suing, man. That's pretty bad, dude.
I'm pretty sure she will. She just had a baby, too.
Well, that's what you get for getting crazy in public, man.
I got to go get another beer. So you want to pause it, or can we pause it, or
pause the live podcast?
Yeah, I got to get a beer. Can you entertain for a minute while I get a beer?
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, we got like 5 more minutes. You can't waste 5 minutes.
It has not been an hour.
We can cut it short. Yeah, it's been 53 minutes already, man.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I like keeping track, because last time we did an hour and 49 minutes, and I was like, wait, what?
What the fuck did we talk? Oh, we talked about the movie.
Yeah, the movie. All right, man, we can cut it short right there.
No, I'm good.
All you got to do is do the plugs.
I'll sip on this water.
Hey, man, do the plugs, man.
Check us out on Instagram at HotRackin'. Email us at hotrackin@gmail.com.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get notified of when we go put up a new video next time.
You don't just subscribe. I don't care about the rest of it.
Hit the bell. You got to hit it. That way they can watch.
I didn't hit no bell.
I didn't hit no bell. Hey, man, if somebody actually... What
you want to box me? Don't you have HIV?
So what are we going to do for the first person that actually comments on either our Instagram, our Twitter, or our YouTube? Because we're not using any of our own personal social media at all. So that means somebody's going to authentically come across this garbage, listen to it enough to get to this point to know that I'm going to give them something if they listen to it or they comment on it.
Right.
So what are we going to do?
Let's start not small, but not big either.
I'm going to give you 5,000.
Like chubbed up, like not huge though, not raring to go, not putting her in the hospital, but like she'll remember. Let's do a gift card that will come to them. We'll put an amount on the gift card, and then when the person receives the gift card, they get to say what it was, and it's enough that we'll activate it after they make the.
So if you just so happen to come across this part of this episode,
it's enough to get you something good.
Wait, they need a secret code so we know that they know this. What's the code? They have to put the code word in the comment or the email.
Go fuck yourself, Jason.
Anybody could say that for no reason whatsoever.
Everybody's a winner.
I'm broke. I can't afford this. All right, yeah, put that in quotation marks and you'll get a prize. We'll be in contact with you.
Oh, my God.
That's hotrocking@gmail.com or Hot Rocking on Instagram and Twitter.
It sounded like you said hot rocking.
Hot Rocking, Ho Tracking podcast, whichever.
It's not hot rocking.
I mean, what do you want?
Racking.
Yeah, hot Racking. Hotracking.com. Here, right here. I'll show you. Here, let me show this right here. Hot Racking. Is it a good? I don't feel like this is a good name for a podcast. It's not really easy to say.
Hot racking?
What does it mean? People don't know what it means. It doesn't make sense. We get it and we think it's funny, but it doesn't mean like check out the Hot Racking podcast. What does that mean? It's a horrible name for a show. I can't do anything art-wise. I can't do any graphics. There's nothing like you know how many pictures? There's like 10 pictures on the internet of racks on submarines. So I have 10 pictures like these, and they're all awkward and at weird angles. So I can't do anything
right now.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
Good Lord, you're upset. It's okay.
Whatever. Let me hide that.
What is wrong with you, man? You're having a mental breakdown right now. What is wrong with you?
Hey, man, you know me. All right, well, that'll be the end of this one, I guess. So do you want to do the next? Do you want to do your crazy story? And we'll put that in the vault? Or no?
Hey, there's 3 likes on the flower picture.
Those were from last night, and it was because of the hashtags. What about the video? Has the video went up yet?
Yeah. It's got
go check out the video on Instagram from one of the videos that we haven't posted on YouTube yet.
I mean,
we haven't posted anything on anywhere yet, but we're trying to get people to go.
Angry right now, you're so mad.
I'm not mad. I'm saying it just doesn't make any sense the order we're doing things in. It's out of order. It doesn't make any sense. So it's hard to keep track of mentally, right?
Just write it down on a piece of paper.
No, I'm saying so I got the Instagram to go to the YouTube, but if you go to the YouTube, there's nothing there yet because I have to post the videos.
They will see this in the future, not right now.
My brain doesn't work this way. I can't think. Whatever, dude. All right, let's stop this show right now.
Somebody could be watching this a week from now and not have a clue what you're talking about because the links will be working correctly.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All you have to do is keep doing it week after week, even if none of this makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Will you please? You made my cheeks hurt. That was so bad. Oh, your temper tantrum was so good.
That wasn't a titcher tantrum.
Whoa.
Am I drunk?
Whoa!
I haven't even hit the Jameson yet.
Whoa!
We got some Jameson, and are we gonna do a drunk episode?
Did you see that? Did you see what I sent you on Instagram?
No.
It's a bottle of Jameson that says, "Hey, this closet looks like a nice or good spot to piss." All right, man. I'm gonna get a beer.
All right, well, that's the end of this episode then.
Can I watch you watch Twitch?
What?
Can I watch you watch Twitch?
So you want me to put this on? I can go live on Twitch and watch somebody else watch Twitch. You want to do that?
How do I watch you watch and someone else watch Twitch?
Can you imagine? I can try to figure it out.
How deep can we go, man?
It's a Twitch within a Twitch within a Twitch. I don't know, man.
Time slows down at every level.
I think we should do a drunken episode.
Every minute that I watch of you is a year of my life just clicking off at the end.
Dude, I don't even watch cable anymore, right? I haven't watched Netflix. The first movie I watched was Upgrade. And that was the first one I watched in like weeks. Because I'll just come home and I'll watch Twitch and people play games on it. It's mesmerizing. I don't have to pay attention to it. It's something on in the background.
Twitch on the computer.
I watch Twitch on my TV. Because I can't sit in this chair. It hurts my back.
That's what I'm saying. Could you watch Twitch on the computer?
Yeah, normal people do watch on the computer.
So if you brought it up right now, we could put it on the Hangout and watch each other watch Twitch.
Yeah, we can do that. Here, let's go to twitch.fortnite real quick. Let's see. I mean, the problem is, though, when I've done this before, it's kind of, there you go. Does that work?
I see it. I just don't know what you're talking about when you say you watch people.
Okay, so here's Twitch. Here's all the people I follow, all the big sillies.
Oh, my God.
Here's a chick. You want to watch this chick do Rise of Tomb Raider?
Is she going to do something interesting?
I don't know. She's playing a video game. Let's see what she's doing.
See.
She's playing. I don't know what she's playing.
The graphics on her face are...
No, they're better. It's just the computer's doing it.
Jacob, it looks like what? Oh, what is she?
So she's playing through some one-player game, which I don't understand how people can watch this crap. A lot of people last night were playing Spider-Man because it just came out.
Yeah,
They're playing through Spider-Man and showing that off.
So this is like you. This is like you're sitting on the couch watching your friend play.
Yeah. Yeah, if you had a friend play, you could.
You're just waiting, but I mean, you're just waiting for your turn to play. That's what this is.
Yeah. It's like as a kid just watching your.
Yeah, you just brought Legend of Zelda home, and it's a one player, and you and your brother are sitting there taking turns.
Yeah, basically.
That's what you're doing. Yeah, this is why it's not that big of a deal for our culture and younger to understand this. But if you presented this to my dad, he would wonder what the fuck is wrong with you.
I don't know what's going on. It's not showing the videos.
I see the chat feed. It looks interesting.
But yeah.
All right, I get it now.
Turn this off. It's something to watch. In Fortnite, the game. I mean, I watch it. I don't know. I don't know if it's fun to watch. You watch the guys that are really, really good at it, though. You're just like, holy crap! I mean, especially after you play it, you're like, this game's way too hard to play. You see them make it look easy. It's fun. You just have to do it. I don't know. I can't. You might not like it. It's something. It's that, or I watch fucking 2020. Why would I do that? You know.
So you can figure out how to get away with murder. What's wrong with you? Oh, I got to play this song for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if we can air this part.
Well, give me a good idea because I had it wrote down for the Nicki Minaj thing. Do you think we should also do a music review and we listen to a Nicki Minaj album and review it?
What?
You got to listen to me.
I already know Nicki Minaj songs.
Okay, well, we can do something like that. I don't know. I don't know any of those songs.
Meant to fly.
I don't like that at all.
Sorry. I can't remember this girl's name, so I'm Googling fat lady singing cat song.
What? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode, and we'll probably cut that. We didn't need that last part. It was completely useless. So we'll cut it at the hour part. So I'll just stop it. How about that?